plasticnews.com. All the latest from Hollywood, toys, gaming, comics, and anything pop culture. plasticnews.com. Don't forget the IQ. plasticnews.com.
What's up, everyone? I almost said, "What's up, nerds?" Almost said
That's
it.
my line, stranger.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Starlight Digest, a podcast bringing line talk and digesting Star Wars topics over 1,000 years. This is episode 329, being recorded on, oh my God, October 15th? Yes, 2025. Yes. I'm your host, Darth Moocher. I've got Scott Solo carrying a Wookiee.
What's up, nerds?
You little Wookiee, you. You got Jojo Binks, also known as Joey.
Hey, yo.
Yo. He's got a brand new microphone. Oh my God.
Yeah, I see that everybody in the pit has their times in when Ernie's gonna pop in. So we'll pay close attention to that. Chris is still on hiatus, so we are your crew tonight, along with everybody in the pit, and we've got some Star Wars to talk about. But first, of course, Scott, Shadow Council, Pit, it's all you.
All right. Hey, what's happening? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Sarlacc Digest, brought to you by these fine people right here. That's AJ from the Forbidden Panel, Blitz Transmissions, Brian C., Cliff, Commander Bly, Commander Cook, Crystal E., Don the Dad Dorn, Eric Grubb, Flavy Davy, Gavin Carter from the Holy Hour All Gear podcast. My God, it's a mouthful. Hal Runner Bass, James Morrow, Chris K, Luke O'Brien, Mix, Mervine Balanos. I said your name right this time.
Yes.
Matt Logic, Muff Tech is back. Nicholas Schaefer, Obi Sean Kenobi, Rhino Hobby, Stu John Jedi, Troy Dodson, Dogs and Cats living together, mass hysteria. If you want to join these fine folks and become a member of our Shadow Council, that is our Patreon crew. These people make this show happen, and we are so appreciative of all of them. Just scan that QR code right there and join the Patreon crew, or go to patreon.com/Slarlac, not Slarlac, Sarlacc Digest.
You might get something different on that one.
You might get something different. You never know what you might end up if you click the Slarlac. Or you can become a member of our channel. You can join. I believe it's right down below. Just hit the button, join the membership. You get all sorts of cool.
Let's see those emojis.
And
yeah,
let's see those emojis. And, hashtag collect Star Wars.
Yes.
But on top of these fine folk that are our Patreon Shadow Council crew, we've also got the mighty Commander Bly.
What's up?
We've got Stu John Jedi.
Yep.
Let's see.
Hey,
Commander Bly. Ernie is the Snuffleupagus. Wow. Oh.
Hey guys.
We've got that's Eeyore, man.
It's Snuffy.
No,
It is Snuffy. Yeah. We've got Hal Runner Bass. We've got Don the Dad Dorn. We've got the mighty Basil G. We've got Rhino Hobbies Esquire. I still have not shipped your Saber, Rhino Hobbies. I promise it will
soon.
Go out.
Yes.
We've got Nicholas H. We've got, did I ever say Basil G? I don't know if I said
Basil
Basil
G.
Again. If so, I'm saying Basil G again.
He's good for 2.
He is at least good for 2. Let's see who else. Scrolling down. We got Mando Mike in there.
Team Vernestra.
Team Vernestra. We got this loser talking about Tron. Don't know what that's all about. God. Who else? Scrolling down.
There's only
and
like
Chris K. There we go.
It's like 85 Tron fans out there, and you're pissing every one of them off.
No, I can tell you right now, there's at least 942 of them. You didn't fund it, so
those guys,
but
those guys I've ordered like 5. You know what I mean? So
I know, right?
Yes, go for it, Chris K.
And that's I think we already said hi, Nick. You know what, Nicholas, you're banned. That's it. Shadow banned.
What's a Tron? Exactly.
You're back. We don't hold grudges for too long.
Shadow ban. Shadow Council shadow ban. All right, guys. Well, a bit of a loss in the Star Wars world or movie world, as y'all should have known. Whatever. One of my favorite artists of all time, Drew Struzan, famously known for basic creating the marketing of how movies are and look from the 80s onward, right? Passed away, and he did suffer from dementia for the last couple years and everything. But if you do not know his work, I guaranteed you've seen it. And if you wanted to kind of explore his works, it's all over. I mean, every poster from E.T. to the 96 Star Wars, to the prequels, to Harry Potter.
The special edition posters.
Yeah. I think he made his first Star Wars mark doing the Revenge of the Jedi poster with the red one.
You're right.
The helmet of Vader, and that was his first introduction to his contribution to Star Wars. And I always thought like Drew Struzan and John Williams were the backbone of, like, you take any of those two out of the movies and you just lose everything. You lose so much, right? It's like there's the times before. So I have a deep appreciation for movie posters. Growing up seeing these at the billboards, at the double-sided mirror, light walls, got us hyped up for movies, and that's a lost art form. It is a complete lost art form as soon as Photoshop came in. And so I was like, he's in my head, he's been gone for a while, you know what I mean? But now it's official.
Yeah. But you've just I'm trying to find some really good shot. Here's one that I actually used for our thumbnail today. I'll bring that up and just so you can see the breadth. Hey, thanks,
Meeks is checking in and became a member. Hell yeah.
Just so you can tell the sheer scope and breadth of what this man did. I mean,
Dr.
you've got
Bentley,
Hook, you've got E.T., you've got Back to the Future, Episode 1, Indiana Jones, Harry Potter. I mean, I think it was the first 2 Harry Potter movies he did. And then after that, it just went with like Photoshop for all that.
Yes,
and it lost the magic,
everything,
in the
dude.
posters. Yeah,
I don't know about you guys, but ever since, like I said, Big Trouble in Little China, everything from the Muppet Capers, from Cannonball Run, I mean, you just name it, like Hook. He made characters look more like the characters than this character looks more like Liam Neeson than Liam Neeson looks like himself, right? He had that ability, man, and oh my God. So yes, Santo 1414, Dr. Brentley checking in, and Meeks gifting a membership.
Wow.
And who won? It was Hayes EHL3 received a membership. So honest, Meeks,
awesome.
Thank you so much.
You're a good man, Meeks. You're a good man.
Meeks is out of control. He is, man. He's like, everybody gets memberships. He's just going to random live streams and doing it. But but yeah, guys, am I in that section? I know I'm not in a section alone with Scott. Scott absolutely knows Drew Struzan, but Joey, did you were you involved in that too? Like how a John Williams brought just the magic of sound, the wall of sound to us, but the visual, the marketing stuff that we get into like big time with Drew Struzan as the artist, as the premier movie artist.
I can honestly say I never knew him by name, but I had his artwork all over my bedroom when I was a kid. Yeah. And I remember even a couple times that Revenge of the Jedi poster I had bought a poster about that big. And I remember getting it, and remember back in the day when we used to get our textbooks and put wraps around them.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, that I would use those extra posters I had as book wraps.
Gotcha.
Nice.
I had his art all over my bedroom.
Yeah.
So
I love it, honestly, when that happens, when you don't even know that you've been involved in this so much and it's been around you. Meeks gifting another Starlight Digest membership, and the lucky winner is Darth Profi. If you're in there,
hey, Darth Profi, congratulations. I look at that. I've actually got a question for you once you're done with your question.
I was just going to read this because, like I said, the favorite New Hope poster, the circus style poster, Rest in Power King. I 100% agree. Just real fast. So that poster, that circus style poster, I have. And it's a reprint of a reprint, but I just had to have it, There's another Star Wars artist called Matt Bush, and he did a lot of the how you can draw Star Wars. He's done a bunch of stuff. I followed I still follow his career relentlessly. Well, he did a updated version. I think it was a Phantom Menace version of the circus poster. So I was, honestly, I would love to, I know we're doing it now, but I would love to kind of really dive into the art of Star Wars one day. Like really pull in and just pull all these, because, not a lot of people don't know that like Drew Struzan did not draw the original Indiana Jones posters, but everybody
I got a 3-dimensional picture of the Revenge of the Jedi right there.
Yep. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome.
Pretty,
it was they had artists like John Alvin. John Alvin was credited for the original posters. And then Drew Struzan came in and he revolutionized that, like I said, the marketing industry. But yeah, Scott, go ahead.
I was just gonna my question for you was going to be if you could sit down, considering the entire breadth of Drew Struzan's work. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be Star Wars. It could be whatever. Do you have a favorite? Yes. Out of all of his posters,
I do. You can't see it. Okay, so right there, where I'm pointing at there in my point. That's the below it is the Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones Temple of Doom poster he did. You can't see it, but it's hanging on my wall. That is my favorite Drew Struzan poster, the Temple of Doom.
The Temple of Doom,
my favorite Indiana Jones movie, And that poster, like I said, it's one of my favorites of all time. So
did he do the Empire Strikes Back one, the one with the tauntaun in the front?
No.
Did he do that one? Oh,
no.
That's my favorite poster of all time.
Yeah, I have.
That's
that
my favorite
too.
as well. Yeah.
Matt Logic checking in. What's going down? Rick Jones, like I said, painted the New Hope. Dr. Brantley, his Indiana Jones stuff really made the characters come alive in expanded universe, book covers, games, comics, promos. Yeah, not just movie stuff, marketing and promotional stuff. That is my favorite Drew Struzan poster right there.
Yeah,
like art.
I've tried so many times to emulate that style, and it is so masterfully done by him. Just anything I could do just pales in comparison to what this guy could do. I mean,
his story is really unique, right? So like he's known for this, but this is not it wasn't a path that he chose. You know what I mean? When he started, I remember because I have all his books. I have all his art books. I have the DVD of the creation of Hellboy poster, and he goes through the techniques. Again, I spend my a lot of my free time trying to emulate his art style, anything I do, just because he's the master. His path to becoming one of the greatest movie poster, artists of all time, in honestly, our opinions, because he is part of the Star Wars team, was that he was the starving artist. He was looking for work, and somebody came across and said, "We need a movie poster." He was not interested in this type of art, like pop culture, movie IPs, whatever. He just wanted to do his art, but he understood. He was a smart person. He understood, this is how I get paid. I either become a starving artist or I become a working artist. And the working artist, as what he did is he reinvented the paths to hard work in that industry. If a call went out to 15 artists to submit a composition, everybody would submit a composition. He would submit 15 compositions.
Right. Yeah.
And then
I watched that movie. You loaned it to me.
DVD. And then he said everybody started emulating him, submitting 15 compositions. He did a color composition. So he was always one step ahead, and that's what makes his life and his contribution so great, Dr. Brantley, Temple of Doom is such a great poster. Exactly. You can't see it, but it's underneath the Phantom Menace poster that he did also. So I have tons of Drew Struzan artwork in rolls and framed everywhere, Look at this guy.
Wow, this guy's on fire.
I love it.
Me.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, wait, who's that? Obi-Wan Chingonis.
Obi-Wan Chingonis.
Thank you, sir. It's over here on my face on the thing. I can't really see because I'm blind. But got a membership. Thank you to Meeks. Meeks.
So in my personal opinion, his poster for Shadows of the Empire, his book cover for Shadows of the Empire, is the best part of Shadows of the Empire. That's
a compliment.
Yeah, I mean, that thing is amazing.
Yes. You know how many times I did that as a kid, where I bought a book just because I liked the art cover, and I probably didn't even bother reading it. I just bought it because of the art cover.
I did that so many times. I walk into a video store and pull a video because of the cover, or a book, like Dragon Slayer, Dungeon, whatever it was, and the book was crap. But
Mando Mike, is it hand drawn or computer rendered? Everything he did was it was mixed media. So he would use pencil. He would use
mostly airbrush
markers. He would use mostly airbrush, but then he would go over it in pencil to add textures and
the only computer rendering I think he would say was the typography, was the instead of putting an actual glaze to put reds or whatever, they would do it in Photoshop later. But no, there is a great, go on YouTube and look up Drew Struzan in studio, kind of type that, and you'll see the techniques that he uses, and it's just like Joey said, you go through it and you start to discover, wow, this dude's fingerprints were on everything I loved. Just like Kathleen Kennedy. Oh, I said it.
Oh my God.
Just like Kathleen Kennedy. I don't know where Stu John is, man. That's he was here earlier.
I mean, but look at this. This is some of his best work right here, right? The Back to the Future
Mandalorian. Hell yeah.
Hey. So I mean, it's definitely it's a huge loss. And it was reported earlier, I think it was late last year, it was reported from his wife that due to dementia or Alzheimer's, he could no longer paint. He could no longer do what it is.
His autograph anymore or anything. I told you guys this in chat, right? So I like, again, being somebody who, like I said, if I were to sit with anybody, you know, past, present, future, he would be on that top list. That's just how enthralled I am with his work and everything. I never got to meet him formally. I never got to sit and do an whatever. But last Comic-Con that I went to, I was walking in one of the halls things, and I turned a corner, and I almost ran this little old man over, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and he had his wife was on his arm, and I turned around, all freaking Drew Struzan. I almost killed him, like I almost plowed right into him, like, you know. But you know, I was like, because I know he was doing like a panel earlier. But yeah, that's my only kind of like face-to-face confrontation with him. He was just kind of beard.
That's enough to terrify anybody.
He's so short. He was a very short.
Hey, bud, watch where you're going.
Oh man.
Yeah, I never met him. I mean, I was able to one day. I met Ralph McQuarrie, and that was really cool. That was
another one
for me. Yeah. But no, I never had a chance to meet Drew Struzan. I mean, one of the things that he does, and I'll point this out really quick, especially on this Goonies piece right here, is every time you look at one of his pieces, you see you can tell which direction the light source is coming from.
Oh yeah.
And you can really see it in the highlights. He uses white ink or white pencil to go in there and just add highlights, little specular highlights to the hair, into the objects around the characters, and that's very unique to him.
Ban Mando Mike right now.
I know it's sad.
Oh,
he's watched
goodness.
Skeleton Crew, so it's basically the same thing.
That's my boy, but no, that's
Drew taught me that you always start a canvas with a neutral color, a gray, so you can go dark and you can go light with it. There's a medium texture that you start with, so when you add those whites to it, it pops. Yeah. He's the one that showed me that. Like, that's, you know what I mean? Without showing me, he showed me it, you know? Commander Bly, all jokes aside, I've always loved Drew's work, and I've purchased several prints of his prints. There will never be another. Not today. It's a lost art form. Unfortunately, it's a lost art form. I wish movies were more of an experience these days rather than, oh, that's out, and then now it's a keyboard whirring. It sucks. It's bad. It's good. It's whatever it is. I wish it was like there's promo to it. There's this poster. I buy the poster. I used to buy posters all the time.
Same.
I haven't bought a movie poster in so long because, like, you know, what I want a Photoshop poster for. You know what I mean? Like, some Photoshop's good,
right?
But yeah, you learn in art 101 though. yeah.
With the light source, you do. But Drew Struzan used it. Not only did he use his light sources, but he also used that white pencil to just give everything a bit of a halo. And you can see it in every single one of his posters. And I challenge you to look at other posters. You don't see that kind of highlighting. So, and that's what I'm pointing out. Not that, you know, light sources. Yes, that is 101.
No, dude, like I said, you know, every one of us that aspires to emulate the work. That's the key name. That is it. Like I said, in our in the Star Wars family, there's the people like a John Williams who's 90 some years old still doing things, right?
I want to think about that.
I know, right? But like, it's just like, without these collection of talented people, you don't have the movies that we have today. You know what I mean? So it's great to kind of take a step back a little bit and appreciate not just the faces of movies, but the actual, you know, people who bring it all together, you know?
Yeah. Not a Drew Struzan, but, you know, that's hand-run art, man. That's what it's all about.
That traditional art is, you know me. I like, that's my forte.
Oh yeah.
Oh anyway. Yeah. Rick Jones, you're right. Godzilla -1 has some really nice theatrical one-sheet posters. There are some gems out there, you know, but you go to places like Mondo Art, you know, like what's Mondo does it. The Alamo Draft House, they do like special runs. You can still get screen printed posters, you know. You know what? There was another one, and I'll move on here. But the other Drew Struzan, my favorite is his Frankenstein movie poster that he did. Also,
oh, is that the Robert De Niro Frankenstein?
No. It's Boris Karloff. It's just
really. Oh, okay. I gotta look that one. I'll bring it up as soon as I find it.
Please do. It is
Drew
one of the
Struzan
best.
Frankenstein. Okay.
Yeah. Alien has. Yeah. There. I guess I have about 200-300 movie posters.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Dude, what's up, Ernie the Fallen Fed?
Mooch, dude, I'm so sorry. That was my bad for reals tonight. I'm all thinking I'm good. I forgot I started late. And so I'm looking at my top, the counter clock, on the live part.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, all right. I'm like 5 minutes late. This is cool. Then I look at the other corner. I'm like, oh, son of a. I gotta go.
That's all right, dude. That's all right. We were just talking about the great Drew Struzan, and
yes. Yeah.
Look at those, man. Those are gorgeous.
And those are just sketches, dude. Like I'm gonna doodle on this paper.
His 5-minute sketches are better than anything I could do in a month.
That's so true. I'm just kidding, Scott. I'm just kidding.
Hey, you know
that highlighting on Frankenstein's face, dude.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Right? Using that white pencil to really give you some depth.
Toy Renzu, don't mind me. I'm just gonna hop in the shower while listening to you guys. All right, well, maybe we'll give you a step-by-step instructions. Never mind. That just went.
Where's the webcam? Where's the webcam? It's
photos or didn't happen.
Yeah, man. It's
Starlight fans. It's not only fans. It's Starlight fans.
Oh boy,
it's crazy how much
that's what I should have called our.
Right?
That's what I should have called our membership, Sarlacc fans.
Sarlacc fans, yeah.
Yeah.
I was telling the guys, like, it's like there's the background characters that make our life so much better. The John Williams, the Drew Struzans, you know what I mean? Like it's just kind of like yeah. And like I said, it didn't come to a shocker, but again, you never prepare for this, and this hits me more than actors do sometimes because actors I don't know. I've never met Drew, but through his work and his interviews, you tend to know the person. Yeah. Actors, I only know the characters they play, right? So I mean, I don't have an emotional attachment to the Harrison Fords or whatever. I really don't. I really don't. I mean, I'm not saying anything like, oh, I don't care. No, it's not that. It's just that, You bite your damn tongue. Obi-Wan, 200-300 rolled up or flattened out. No, they're rolled up in rolls, double-sided. By the way, double-sided because LA used to have what we called the LA Comic-Con before it was the major one. It was at the Shrine Auditorium, right? Mm-hmm. I think it was like every 35 days. It was a weird thing. So it would be like 11
a rat trap.
Yeah, so
gross in there.
But they had their freebie table, and every month a movie would come out, and they would just slap down a stack of double-sided posters. So like I'm talking Fifth Element, Starship Troopers. So I would be first in line, and I would grab, the two that I could, and I roll it up, and I would do that for years. So I have a ton of posters, double-sided too, because they're always backlit, right? So that's reversed, Carbonized checking in. What's up,
dude? If he passed away, and you're wondering, dude, I need to get some of these. Marco brings up a great point. They should be double-sided.
Yes. Why double-sided? Because they were in the marquees for lighting, and one's reversed. Yeah.
So if you're gonna make a purchase and it's not, I would back away.
Yeah. Anakin Skywalker checking in. Hello, man. Double-sided ensures it's the first print, also. Just to remind you guys that, because there's always the second print, the third print, whatever. But if you were a collector of it and you want an authentic movie poster, search for the double-sided. Those are the ones that hold all the value and all that stuff. If you're looking for that, like that Phantom Menace one, that's the one I got. You can't see it, but that's the Phantom Menace Drew Struzan right there. It is double-sided, and the Temple of Doom is not. It's just a reprint, But I still got it for like $70.
If it's your favorite, man,
I still paid $70 for it. By
as
20
everybody's
years
sharing
ago.
their favorites and everything, it's great. My feed was awesome, right? Because you're seeing all these classics and you remember some that I'd actually never seen before that got chosen as like a special event or something. Some of them were labeled, but then you start going through it too of our childhood and our growing up era. Right. And then it was like, did anybody do anything else? Was there like somebody else
doing this?
Right. Yeah.
Not at this level, dude. Yeah,
right. I mean, he had it all. Right.
like I said, there's a couple more Star Wars artists that I follow. Like Matt Bush is one of them, and he's great, and he's as close as the Drew Struzan artist you're gonna get these days. The guy does a very, very good job, and to get it's an obvious student of his, not a literal one, but a vicariously student or whatever. But and he's still active and he still does stuff. So there's a reason why nostalgia hits so big with us. There's a reason why movies were magic with us and remember everything that we grew up. And I hope the younger generations have it too. They have their own versions of a Drew or a John Williams or George Lucas like we do, because I always thought like, what if we were born in the 1920 or the 1876? I'm sure that's a whole separate different issues, but there was no Star Wars then, right? There was none of this, and we're so lucky to be in this kind of like the era.
What's crazy too now, this sucks because this is a lost art form, I believe, is because for months this is what we stared at. This was our hype. This was our sizzle reel. When you went to the movies and that new poster was there, like I remember Goonies. Somebody showed off that original Goonies of them all hanging from the rock. In the line down, right? That was the movie theater one. I do remember staring that on 7th Street for months of like, what is this going to be? Oh, look, there's kids.
I would anticipate the movie release or the poster release so I can buy it, like especially again Star Wars and stuff.
So I was asking earlier, what is your favorites? And mine is, believe it or not, out of all of his, mine is probably The Phantom Menace, because it was such a well-known. And that's what I was about to get at. It was the time, right? It was the buildup, the emotional buildup. We're looking at these characters. You're looking into Darth Maul's eyes. You're seeing all of this stuff, and it's so well rendered. And man, it brings me back to that anticipation of what is episode 1 going to be,
100%.
And it's
what's up, Lego Indiana Jones? I love playing the game. I love the Lego Indiana Jones. It was almost like the release of the trailer. You anticipated the trailer, right? But it's also like, especially back in 1999 or even the special editions, 96, 97, where it was like they had Drew did the special edition theatrical re-releases, the stuff, and I had to get them, and you put them all 3 together, and it's one big mural. You know what I mean? How he did it. But then it was also a thing. I would go on StarWars.com and I would purchase the poster. In fact, I still have. I have the teaser posters for Phantom Menace, and I have the theatrical release. So it's always teaser, which he didn't do, and then the theatrical release posters that he was known for. One of the greatest quotes one of the greatest things in the movie industry back in the day was if two things. A director would seek out Drew Struzan to do the promotion. That was one of their major things. I'm going to do a movie and Drew Struzan's doing the poster. That was a major thing. Drew Struzan also picked projects that he believed in the movies itself. If he found magic in the movie, found heart in the movie itself, because he wouldn't just at the time or when he got to the point where he could pick and choose, he didn't just do anything. It was like, I see something in this movie, I'm all in. You know what I mean? And no negotiations. It was like, Drew's in, and here's the compositions, run with it, So I think another he's also
is the sexiest George Lucas I've ever seen.
That was the fan club poster that we used to get every year when we joined the fan club.
He looks like
you've got 7 of them.
Who's the beer guy, the mystery one? Who is that? That's what he looks like right there.
Oh,
the most interesting man in the world.
Yes, that one. Yeah. Does he not look like that right there, dude?
He kind of does. Yeah. I mean, look at this though. You've got Howard the Duck represented on there, Labyrinth, Willow, Indiana Jones,
all
ILM
Star
Wars. Yeah, man. American Graffiti. It's so good. God, it's great.
Howard the Duck. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought I saw him.
He's down there playing guitar. Wow.
I like Howard the Duck.
I love Howard the Duck.
That movie great.
I love the movie.
Great movie.
I love when she opened his wallet and he had the little condom in there.
I was just gonna say that. I don't call me a freak, but that scene still got me as a kid.
Great,
like, ooh,
dude. Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
He put Cleveland on the map.
Yeah, he did.
Cleveland.
I love Howard the Duck.
Yeah. Rick Jones special editions get a lot of criticism, but posters are the best. 100%.
Yeah.
But he came out of retirement a few times to draw posters. Like Drew Struzan went into retirement 1,000 times, just like John Williams. John Williams has been in retirement. I'm not doing it anymore. Lucas is like, I'm doing this. Okay, come on, let's go. Let's do it.
Because you would see the poster and it's like, I thought he stopped. I guess not. Yeah, you would just know.
Hal Runner.
And Mondo Mike too. Come on.
I know. Look at this guy. Rhino Hobbies.
That both those guys out of here, dude.
Rhino Hobbies. George Lucas smells like mahogany and leather-bound books. Stings the nostrils. All right, guys. Well, yeah. So, now
oddly, I'm so attracted to it.
Now we get to go back and collect more Drew Struzan stuff out there because I'm sure the prints are going to go skyrocketing now.
Probably.
Yeah. So, all righty. Okay. In other Star Wars news, I don't know how much you guys are actually excited for this at all, but there is some. We mentioned a while back that a couple episodes back that Disney is going to, after the Mandoverse, Disney is going to shift gears, right? And I think the collective fandom doesn't want to do this, but they're doing it anyway. They're focusing on the Rey era, the sequel era, in the next 10 years of Star Wars. Now, 10 years of, stuff they're producing. And hopefully they go back. But we're getting a novel set in between 8 and 9 called Legacy. Okay. So anybody who's interested in the future adventures of Leia and Rey Skywalker, Rey Star Wars. Rey Star Wars.
Oh, Rey Star Wars.
We're gonna get it. And again, it's set right after the Battle of Crate. Where I am the last of the Jedi. I am not. I will. You know what I mean? So this is gonna be Rey's training through Leia and their kind of conflict and everything. Because it was kind of okay. The synopsis was interesting. It's going to be her training Rey and stuff, but there's going to be major conflict of there because of Rey and Kylo just had their major, conflict themselves, and Leia's going to have to come to terms with that too. So I'm kind of interested in that aspect of it, where Leia's kind of come to terms with
the
Kylo,
Jedi Master.
Yeah, that and I don't know. What do you guys really think?
The only legacy I know is Tron.
Yeah. Okay, that's where I will say yes. I will say yes.
Yeah, don't go off of another product you already have and then call it the same thing. You could have said something else, especially right now. And then you're saying the timeline and Kylo's on the cover of that book. Well, Rey Skywalker, Stolen Valor.
Stolen Valor.
So you have Kylo Ren on the front there, right?
Yeah.
So what? In that whole book, is it just going to be in quotes every so often? Kylo Ren, more, more, and that's it? Because that's like what he did during that fight.
I just feel
maybe we'll see additional confrontations between the two of them. I mean,
when I was reading like different excerpts, I was reading like I said, plot synopsis of the breakdown of this book. Right at first glance, I'm like, I don't. It's just a filler. But there is some substance there that I'm kind of interested in, when it comes to Leia herself, and and her and Kylo especially, because
if they go into that story, if they go deep into her and like Leia and Kylo's story about the breakup or the split between them two, then I'm all in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not just a Rey and Leia kind of thing. It's the her training Rey is going to open up this huge Pandora's box, and her training plus Kylo Ren's or Ben Solo, if you will, whatever it is. There's going to be some major conflicting things with Leia herself because of Ben and Kylo Ren and stuff. So that's where I'm like, all right, look, I can't erase it. It's got here, and if we're going to start to explore, like I said, the next 10 years, 10 years. Into an era with Starfighter, because again, Starfighter is shaping up to be kind of a kickoff into, even though they said standalone, whatever, but there is going to be some things that are going to be directly involved into the next era of Star Wars when it comes post sequels. This novel is also #1 on that chart too, meaning this is going to be necessary reading to understand the Rey's character moving forward. You know what I mean? So Commander Play, if Finestra's not in it, I don't want it. Yeah.
So all right. So shall I read the official synopsis here really quick?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So okay. First off, we're talking about this thing. It doesn't even come out until July 28th.
Yeah.
So we got a minute to go.
Ways off. Yeah.
All right. Official book description. Buckle up, everybody. Set between episodes 8 and 9, Rey and Leia embark on a quest to repair Rey's lightsaber and rekindle the legacy of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
After barely escaping the First Order on Crate, Rey and the Resistance are struggling to rebuild. Her friends need the Last Jedi more than ever, but Rey feels alone and overwhelmed. Jedi tradition is built on masters and apprentices, and Rey's teacher is gone. Leia Organa tries her best to train Rey in the ways of the Force, as Luke did for her so many years ago, but Leia's knowledge is limited. Rey's lightsaber is broken, and the specter of Kylo Ren and regrets from the past haunt them both. How can Leia pass the torch when she herself is unsure of the way? But then, but then, the ancient Jedi texts offer a glimmer of hope. A long-forgotten Jedi temple on Tython.
Okay.
Going
back to Tython.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That might hold the key to repairing Rey's lightsaber. Rey leaps at the chance to journey there, and to her surprise, so does Leia. But wait, there's more.
Yes.
Rey and Leia's nascent mentorship, oh my God, is put to the test when they discover the temple on Tython is filled with obscure clues to decipher and arcane trials to complete. As they work to unravel the temple's mysteries, they encounter a group of refugees living in its shadow, hiding from a First Order officer hot on the trail of the two freedom fighters in their midst. With the threat of the First Order looming and the secrets of the Jedi Temple yet to be unlocked, the newly forged master and apprentice must confront their past, reach each other in the present, and decide what it means to carry the legacy of the Jedi into the future.
Yeah.
I'm out. Dun, dun, dun.
How Runner hopes Grogu's in the book. We got Alexander Storm checking in.
Sorry about that. I didn't realize it was 1,000 words long.
I was gonna say that's so wrong by going that long. You're already stretching to try and get somebody to read it.
It's the inner cover, right? Yeah.
Mando,
do some more.
That's that safe sex you were talking about there, Mando.
Read it again.
So a book about a broken lightsaber.
Yeah,
that's what I initially took from it. Yeah.
Well, it's remember, it's the new Jedi Order era that we're going to be getting into, right? They're planning on the Rey, with the dubbed Rey movie. These are the setup books. This is going to be the setup thing, which we do kind of need, because like the sequels, we had that. I think the Aftermath books came out after the sequels, right? Do what? Say that again. The Aftermath books were like during and in between the sequels, right?
The first
or were they
came
before?
Out right before the Phantom Menace, and the other two following.
It didn't give us time to like marinate a new era. I know this is again, it's dealing with Leia, and it's dealing with Rey, and I think we needed more of this when everybody was calling Rey, overpowered, Mary Sue, all of those things, right?
Mm-hmm.
With things like this is because we get a real fulfillment of a character, fleshed out character. If there's conflict there, and how much more of it is going to go into if we're going to read this, we go into Rise of Skywalker on now, just looking at Rey, not everything else,
right?
Because then we're going to take that and go to the Jedi Order era of movies and stuff. So if it's going to change our minds about Rey, because we're going to be forced to.
Right.
You know what I mean? So is this, and that's where I kind of look at that. When you read that synopsis, I was like, all right, because now it's focusing on her and it's focusing on Leia and that relationship. Hopefully it does go back into that, because like Kylo's on the cover, and I did read other things from interviews from Maxine, or Maydeen, the author. I did read some extra things from her saying that they're
Madeline.
Pick one.
Maxine, maybe Madeline, whatever. Yeah. It's all the same.
Until she's on our show, but she did explain that Leia is going to have some very major conflicting things herself, not just with Rey, but like in her past and Kylo and stuff. So,
I'm interested to know whether or not, since it is taking place between 8 and 9, it's taking place between 8 and 9. Kylo is on the cover. Are we going to start seeing some of the hints of the Emperor popping up, talking to?
We should.
If absolutely.
If we're never going to get a special edition, if we're never going to get anything kind of in that retconning era, you do it in the books and comics, right? And so far, nothing has, besides that pop-up book that made Snoke relevant, you know what I mean? And kind of like the Knights of a little bit. This is the way you do it. And if they're listening, if they're paying attention, and
this is the way.
If Filoni has any kind of stamp of approval, then that synopsis has to come to his desk, right? And because, if he's the story creative person moving forward, this is in the wheelhouse of that. So we always say he's one of us, right? Well, here's time to prove it. It's time to prove he's one of us, and make sure this book has something of substance to make the sequels make sense a little bit more. Not fully, it's not going to change our mind. It's not going to, you know what I mean? Or most of our, I'm not going to talk for everybody, because I think Joey loves Rise of Skywalker.
It's his favorite. He was telling me the other day.
Secretly, you too? He texted you on the site too?
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, don't at me, bro. But
as I was watching it,
but you know what I'm saying is, like, we're forced to play in this kind of sandbox, right? You know what I mean? We're forced to recognize it and have it. And so, we don't have to, but we get to sometimes too. And I hope that the novels can rekindle some, because right now, the latest couple novels have been, especially the comics,
forgettable.
Yeah. There's just nothing really in it,
Yeah. And the comics, I gave up on the comics because the Battle of Jakku that was coming out, I was pretty excited about it. And it just lost it lost me within the first 4 issues. And it never got better.
Yeah.
Okay. It was the Battle of Jakku, and they never ended up on Jakku by that point. So
it was probably better out because the Aftermath books dealt with the Battle of Jakku.
Yeah, and they did a really good job.
It was the entire battle was the aftermath of it too, and how it was it had a lot to it, and a lot of people forget about that trilogy of books,
They don't forget how much they hate it, because I do like to hear about that.
Because it's been what, 2015?
It was
13,
like, it was told in a really weird first-person narrative style, and
we're following characters involved in this whole thing. Yeah,
right. And the most interesting things were the interludes in between. Right, that's where we met Cobb Vanth, and that's where we had dinner at a house where there was a guy joining a stormtrooper contingent, and it's like, I don't care about this. And then Wedge was pathetic, and that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see Wedge step up.
I would say to people, the Aftermath books are essential reading, because you do get a gist of Jakku, you get a gist of the Emperor. It did set up a lot of the contingency plan. Didn't set up Exegol, but the Sentinels, which were the robots with the Emperor's face on it, which carried out his plan upon his death. And you get the whole thing of how the Emperor during the original trilogy era was setting up just in case his empire let him down. You tear it down and you build a new one. Hence, what the Battle of Jakku was. It was like, you take everybody who failed me, and you go to Jakku and you have this one big battle. But all my elites, all my high generals, high rankings, outer, or the what was it called? The unknown regions. Yeah, unknown regions go out there. And that's where you kind of put the First Order came from that.
Did the Battlefront story mode show all that too?
I remember
seeing the Sentinels and all that. Yeah.
Because Operation Cinder was involved in that too. So that whole, I would say it's a good read. The trilogy, Smugglers,
just
whatever was bad, but the second book.
The way you put it, the way you made it sound right there, because you just laid out the facts, right? This is what it was. You had Operation Cinder, you sent everybody to Jakku.
Yeah.
Anybody that survived retreated to the unknown regions, right? And out comes the First Order from the ashes of that, right? That sounds like the perfect staging ground for the Final Order in Rise of Skywalker, right? That's what it should have been. That's what it.
That's why I always said, where the hell did the First Order come from?
Yeah.
And I remember way back in the day when we were at Ernie's house and we were doing audio podcasting, and I remember bringing up, before the ghosts and all that stuff, before the ghost chased us out of Ernie's house. Before, and I remember bringing up I remember bringing up the three-way battle. Meaning,
whoa. That goes to our only figure and dance.
Oh yeah, I forgot. But the three-way,
I miss the old days of podcasting.
The three-way galactic battle that I thought was going to take place, meaning you had the First Order versus the New Republic versus the Emperor's Sith Empire, and that's how I brought it. This is before, it's like in between talking about it. I remember thinking like because the trailer had dropped and all that stuff. I remember thinking the Sith Empire, he's returning with that, not this Final Order, whatever. And
how cool would it have been just to say the Sith Empire rather than the Final Order?
I think it would be perfect if he tried to bring back the Sith Empire. Then you set up the Old Republic, and then now you can make movies on the Old Republic, because then you can see the Sith Empire as the height of its power.
Yeah,
it's if they let us in the story route, then that would have been better.
I know.
I'd pay to see, Galactic Three-Way.
Make sure you turn off safe search.
Yeah. Rick Jones, no offense, but Star Wars needs new, strong authors with new stories that aren't so damn mediocre. I remember the great books. I
remember great books, but I also remember shit books too.
Yeah.
So
here's the thing with novels, and we got to put novels into perspective as far as canon and impact.
Yes.
So novels will never, ever, and they never have, besides throwing a moon on Chewbacca, like changing the course of actual canon stuff. They will never give you substance to the point where the next movie is going to be completely different. You will always get novels and comics, very small excerpts of what happened, what's going to happen, and setups. So the movies and Disney Plus can tie it all in as the grand, overarching story, and the novels are just giving you seasoning.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't, as people who consume it all, we would love to have impactful novels, like actual impactful novels and comics. And so you read the Darth Vader comic, and then you watched this movie, and it was like a direct result. And then a novel came out and just killed this character off. I remember Shadow Hunter. What was it? It was the Darth Maul book that came out right before or after Phantom Menace, and it was Darth Maul making his presence known to two Jedis, and then the whole book was him killing those Jedis before they got to the Jedi Council to tell them that the Sith were back. So at the very last minute, he kills them both, and his secret is safe, and that preserved the Phantom Menace. His actual, so like the Jet, I preserved that. But through the whole book, I'm going like, they're not going to know. Like,
this can't happen.
They're gonna die. I mean, it's safe, right? And I think that gets a little frustrating.
We's are gonna die. Sorry.
Shadowhunter. Yeah, it was. I love that book. But it didn't. Reading it, it just was like you knew in the back of your head, nothing's gonna happen. Nothing is going to change from the beginning to the end. All it is, it's Darth Maul honing in on his abilities. That's it.
I know I've said this before. I've said it before about how there was that backlash with the prequels, and then they redeemed those 3 movies with Clone Wars and all the extra stuff that they've came out with. So now everyone loves that stuff now.
Sure.
You would think they would do the same thing with the sequels, where they start doing stuff that answers and fills in all those questions that
I think
everyone has.
I think we're kind of sort of getting some of that with the Mandalorian and the Mandoverse, right? Because we've got
but again, what about a broken lightsaber?
Yeah,
Yeah, but then again, we're also talking. Okay, you were talking about the movies, the prequels, and the Clone Wars animated series.
The overall story,
Right, but they didn't. I mean, you didn't read the novels. I'm assuming between the two. So, and that's what I'm saying is, screw this novel. If you don't want to read this novel, don't read this novel. But we're getting some of this information fleshed out to us through the Mandalorian series, at least. Seeing the big vials of what looked like Snoke clones ended up being, failed Gideon experiments and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot there, and who knows where we're going to end up by the end of Dave Filoni's
film. If the Mandalorian movie shows us the conception of the First Order, like,
wouldn't that be neat?
Here's the starting part of the First Order.
I think,
and it's it's actually spoken. This is the First Order, or something.
I know that
I have a theory.
I know Force Awakens was their first initial. Hello, we're here.
That's what I'm saying. Though, when they arrived, they just created more questions instead of answering.
You're right, but there was also the notion of something is happening in the
building.
Something's building. Yeah. People do. Leia knows.
Yeah, there was a whole book about it. Bloodline, right?
Yeah.
So, wouldn't it be interesting though? Because everybody always wonders, where did the funds for the Empire come from? Where did so the First Order, it comes out of nowhere. They've got a massive fleet of ships. How did they build it? Where did they build it? Where did they get the funding to build it? Wouldn't it be interesting if that all tied back to Skeleton Crew? You've got an entire world there that is a treasure trove of Republic credits. And I mean, wouldn't it be interesting if that ended up happening, right? If it all tied back to Skeleton Crew and that, the foundation of the First Order was the funding from that world.
I mean, something they explained it for the Galactic Empire. They explained it where the funds came from and where all they set up all these things and the bureaucracy of it all and the accounting and it's all there. It's not that they just stole, right? So
I ain't never heard of no Atten before.
Yo, Tosche Yuki, what's up, man?
What's up?
Thank you for checking in. Thank you.
That's it. I can't say I remember no at.
I remember no at. I can't say it. I mean, there's a few things that to me like, okay, if the somehow okay. How do you combat the why you have to? I guess we have to take a bigger look at like why the sequels are why are we dismissing the sequels so much? I can get over the remake part of it. Okay, I can get over the new trench run, the new whatever. I can get over that stuff. What I can't get over is the need for resistance when you have the new order, right? The New Republic. First Order just came out of nowhere. Somehow the Emperor survived. Then you have the Final Order, and then like Hux's character, like he's I'm the mole. I just don't want Kylo to win. And then it's like, oh my god, this is horrible. Like nothing is working here. And then but I think that there's some saving points though. I still don't like the whole bigger, badder thing in the next trilogy. Like we just defeated Empire and we came back to. I don't like the whole.
It's like major plot points happened way too quick. Like what you were saying with Hux, there was no like significant like okay, he's starting to turn. It was just bam, he was a mole this whole time.
A guy that was essentially First Order Hitler, making speeches and destroying planets,
and it became a goofball a day later.
It's like I don't mean to put pro wrestling in, but Ernie can attest to this. It's like pro wrestling.
Yeah, you do.
Just for you, Scott. This is all just for you. With pro wrestling, it's like you got people doing storylines nowadays where they've started something and then within months they pivot and go another way instead of doing one that lasted for like 2 or 3 years, like the Bloodline, Ernie.
Playing the long haul, right?
And it had a beautiful climax to where it was a good payoff. With that's what I felt like with the sequels. Like there wasn't really a payoff because everything happened so quickly with no like storyline, like no significant story to it. It was just like bam, bam, bam.
Yeah. Commander Bly, Rey Star Wars should wake up in her ATA and say, "Oh, it was all just a dream."
That'd be great.
I'm cool with that.
That'd be great.
I swear to you guys, like, that's like you're gonna pull the X-Files thing over our eyes on this one, right? The new X-Files, how they did that whole thing was all just a dream. But
man, that pissed me off.
I wouldn't be that type of Star Wars fan if they came out on next year's D23 and said, "Hey guys, our next slate, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 7, 8, 9, we're gonna title them Legends. We're gonna title those expanded universe, and the actual canon is everything Disney Plus has set up. So Mandalorian, Ahsoka, Skeleton Crew, I don't care, Acolyte. That's the canonical timeline that we're going to be living in. 7, 8, 9 are just these, legends.
Dude, if that were to happen, you would hear a roar going around the whole world.
There would be mini earthquakes around D23.
Positive and negative.
Every title would knock off my shelf, dude.
But who would be negative about it? Because I think the people who just don't care, like the normies, they'd be like, whatever, it doesn't matter. I liked them, and they would just walk away. I for the most part, we'd be fist pumping. A clean slate to kind of like, because this is where I come from.
There's a very fervent fan base for the. It's just not us.
Well, I don't even think it
people
carries
of our age.
See, here's the thing: the prequels got a second, like a breath of life, and yes, there is a group of nostalgic fandom that comes from the prequels. Okay, we love the prequels,
yes,
a lot. The sequels are just good sci-fi movies to people. It's not Star Wars. It's not like this thing. You know why? If you look back and you look back all the hype and you look back all the marketing to it, it was very mediocre.
Because it's not completely all bad. It's not
all bad. Like I said, they're good sci-fi films, and I think that a generation will grow up saying like, "Oh yeah, I remember growing up at 7, 8, 9 with Rey and Poe and this and these old legacy characters that they killed off." And but hey, they're just like, that's cool. And then they move on to something else in life, like us. How we did it and how the prequel kids did it was like Star Wars every day. Star Wars every single day. We dress our rooms like that. We dress like them. We cosplay. Our kids are doing it. You know what I mean? Like there's the prequel generation and there's the OT generation. I don't know
about your kids.
Yeah, I don't know if there's that much of a grasp on a sequel generation. Like we say, we could have said that with prequels, but I don't know. I don't know.
It'd be an interesting question to ask.
I hope we live long enough to see it.
Right. I know, right? To see the resurgence of fame for these things. Yeah, I don't know. I also question your sanity whenever you say they're decent sci-fi movies, but
I mean, because I would like my grandkids to have their own trilogy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, dude, teach them the OT, man, and you're done. You did your job.
Yeah.
And here's the thing.
Oh, they will.
If they don't grasp it, like I have the same thing. If my kids and they don't grasp it, that's their problem, man. I got it. It's my thing.
You can always put them up for adoption, right?
I mean, Wu-Tang may be for the kids, not Darth Moocher. Let's go. Like,
dang, Moocher said, "F them kids."
Yeah, dude. I'm like, hey,
what's up, Jake? How's it going, man?
What's going down?
Oh, we got Scarif Scuttlebutt in there. What's up?
All right. Yeah, Commander Bly. Leave the sequels alone for another 10 years, but they're not going to. They've already made the plans. They've already again, this book, this novel is securing those plans. I think Starfighter is closer to it than we think it's going to be. The things that we've been hearing. Also on Starfighter, Mia Goth, the actress that's in it, she was out saying, and I don't know if they all have to say this or whatever, but she's like, the Starfighter script is the best thing I've ever read in my life. Like in those words, it's so good, it's spectacular. I'm like,
oh yeah,
we've heard that so many times, and I think we're jaded.
Yeah,
but I hope so. Yeah.
That's a must.
So anyway, there's stuff going down. There's stuff going on.
There is.
I still wait. I'm still waiting for the Old Republic announcement. So I'm still waiting for Old Republic stuff because I think again that would be a great era to recapture everything. I just don't know why they're so afraid to do it. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Here's the thing. With the old story group, I would say don't touch it. With Dave Filoni, I like Dave Filoni. I think that he could touch it.
He needs to touch as much as he wants.
Yeah,
you know how it says like directed by Dave Filoni? I said touched by Dave.
Touched by Dave Filoni.
We need to make those shirts.
Yeah. He touched.
All of a sudden, lettering and everything with the stars.
People walking through cons and it says that, and Dave Filoni sees him. He's like, "Wait, what? I didn't do that."
Yeah, I swear I was at Marie Callender's with my wife. I have an alibi. All right, let's get out of here, guys. But first, I want to kind of bring attention to Ernie's Fallen Fett Chronicles. Last week, Ernie, I did some investigation, and if you guys in the pit don't know, go back and watch the replay crew. There was a toy that flew off Ernie's wall.
It fell.
I went frame by frame, dude. Frame by frame. And I saw your camera dip and then it fell. So either a door slammed, something outside. I saw it like with my eye. I debunked it in my theory. I seen it.
My camera dipped.
Your whole thing like boom, and it was
kind of did. It did this. It kind of went like that,
but very subtle.
Very subtle.
I want you to go back and I want you to look at that frame by frame and see.
Okay, was there anybody else in your house when you were filming last week?
I think Corinne was home. I'm not sure.
It wasn't windy that day.
I remember I gave you the timestamp. I told you exactly
52 minutes. 52 minutes and something seconds.
52:20. I think it was.
I launched an investigation, Ernie. I launched it just so you can relax a little bit.
Bro, I haven't relaxed.
I know, dude.
Yeah, for 40 some odd years, bro.
But I just wanted to bring that because I want to bring attention to people to go and check out the Fallen Fett Chronicles because you're into the spooky season and you're going into ghost stories and whatever. So it's just kind of cool. Like, hey, you know me and you know Scott, you know us. We're like,
yeah.
Okay. Hang on. I've got this queued up. So we can debunk this once and for all. Ernie. All right, so
the room that's always cold for no reason.
All right, so we're here at 55.
Hover around the area where people to look.
Wait, before you go on, Ernie, do we have permission to show this?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely, you do.
Okay, 52:20. Look over Ernie's left shoulder. That is the right-hand side of Ernie's screen there, and you will see this happen.
See, boom, right? The toy fell.
Yep. Toy fell. Camera dipped just a titch.
Now you gotta
perfectly timed.
You've gotta concentrate on the entire camera, and it goes boom. Pixel, boom, the whole thing. So it's almost like a door slammed somewhere, and it shook, and that was loose, and it fell.
Talking about
the only door would be the front door, and I can show you my acknowledgement of the door opening that did not open during that time.
Yeah, your door didn't open, but it just
anything in the
camera dipped.
Meaning there would only be the back door that we use. No other doors close around here or get slammed.
Gotcha.
Nobody was here.
Could be a gunshots because I know where you live.
Corinne was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just on repeat here as it falls off your. And what do you have those hung up with? Do you have them hung up with thumbtacks or what do you got up there?
No, it's a hook.
It's a hook.
The hook is still there.
Because it almost looks like it's not even
Rick
on
Jones,
there all
always
the way.
rewind when Ernie gets haunted. I've seen the proof.
Yeah.
What did Ernie say prior? He was talking about something and then
he was talking about ghosts, basically.
Talking about little boy.
I had talked to a little
boy.
Yeah.
Boy entity. Yeah.
Well, I want you to get a PKE meter.
I know.
Here's the thing. I love it. I love your show. I think it's great when you guys talk, when you go into this stuff, and I find it fascinating, even though it's a fisheye lens for everything. Just remember,
Fisheye lens is what he always goes with.
The little boy that came haunted you, fisheye lens.
Fisheye lens.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw it on your Facebook. I gave you a whole explanation.
Did you?
No, yeah.
On there.
Go on there and check it out, dude.
Yeah.
And we do not have the footage of the growl that you guys heard in Ernie's house whenever we were all live, right?
Just to leave everybody. We all heard it.
We have to go to the Jedi archives for that one.
Yeah. That's.
I did not hear
like
it, and I was sitting right there at the table.
Yeah. I heard it on my right side behind me.
So Ernie claims that his house is haunted. Ernie's last house was haunted. I honestly think Ernie is haunted.
Yeah, it followed him.
If something is happening, Ernie is haunted. It's following him. It's not the house. It's whatever. Rick Jones, you're right. That room is haunted.
Yeah, you're right. His light went out before the thing fell. That was the first thing that I had. The light went out, and then the toy fell. And then I was like, we're sitting there looking at after the show last week, Ernie, and I'm like, watch this camera, dude. It like boom.
This is my only thing is if that happened while I was doing the podcast, I wouldn't be nice and calm like you, Ernie. I wouldn't be like, oh,
I know
okay.
Ernie's so used to
it. You would see my tablet fall over, and you would just hear me running.
I'm used to the lights turning on and off. Before this show today, I got one of these thrown at me.
Yeah, I saw that.
What'd you get thrown at you?
Fei Long.
Oh, figure
right at my head. Boom. Which is, if it fell, it would have just went boom, but it hit my head, and so I was like, okay,
I don't know. Mooch, I think he just proved it was real.
What?
The footage. I mean, it's like. You see the camera. I mean, I see what you're talking about with the camera.
So the thing about my camera is it's one of those focusing ones all the time, and I do get that a lot where it's trying to focus on something behind me. And I hate when I look up and it's constantly doing it.
Yeah,
people will post it out to me because I don't have anything.
Focus on something.
Yeah. No, hey, here's the thing, Ernie. It's good to have anybody try to debunk anything because there's the points where you can't debunk it. You know what I mean? And that's where you're like, so
do it again because it almost looks like something's pulling it down.
Correct at the beginning. That's what Rick Jones was pointing out.
I wish there was a way I could zoom into it. Let me see if I can. Yeah, it's not going to let me blow it up except for the hotties on the right.
Obi-Wan, I love that you guys are studying like the JFK Zapruder film. Notice the boom in back. Exactly.
Here we go. Here we go.
So Dana L. Hunter checking in. We were talking about Ernie's haunted house just on our way out of here.
Ernie, that was loud. Hold on.
Yeah.
Did you hear screaming?
No, I hate not hearing voices. So
do you live by a river or stream somewhere?
No.
Okay,
we live in California. We're all living on ancient Indian burial grounds.
I like Gaijin's reaction though. That's what sold it. It's like, oh, dude,
I'm gonna go get a glass of milk.
Yeah,
he starts praying and he leaves.
He's like, I gotta get more Oreos, dude.
I need some milk. And he came back with a big old glass of milk.
Deuces.
That's what he said right now. He's like,
he took off, dude. He was down the street.
Yeah,
he's gone.
All right, guys. Well,
so today something else fell. The light went off. The figure came off the wall. I haven't put it back up yet.
I saw that. You're like, if that's bugging you, it'll stay off.
Yeah. And then I said that, and then like I said, so
your shows right now are like my favorite of the whole year, dude.
I talk about everything.
Like seriously, dude. Right now, they moved the tombstone but left the bodies.
Yeah. It is.
Your show needs to be nothing but this. Just ghost stories and stuff.
Conspiracies.
It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
We will do next week. We will do urban legends, conspiracies and stuff. So
the show before
if you're
Halloween, I'll come on if you want. And
yeah.
I know I've been giving you my movie recommendations. And
yes. Yeah, Moocher hops in and gives.
I'm trying to keep it family friendly.
His horror movies for the week of you to watch as your
horror
homework.
Movies that are family friendly,
except for Dead Alive. Except for Dead Alive.
It is Joe's favorite time. So if there is anybody part of the pit who is into ghosts or spirits or supernatural, or you've had something happen to you, go ahead and send me a DM. I'm not here, and I'm not going to debunk you like these guys are. I'm fully into it.
Hey, I can tell you my story. I told you my story, right?
Yeah.
And then we have it. What? Which one?
The flying plate. I told you flying plate story.
Yeah, that was the night of the growl when you were like, okay, well, I've had this. Yeah. And I'm
but
telling you,
Scott's the one who went full on ghost hunters, and he's seen ghosts. It's like,
yeah.
I will break out some equipment.
Everything's a fisheye. So
the growl in the house did happen.
Yeah,
I know Scott was the only one who didn't hear, but we all heard.
I was there.
And I've never had that one. And then I find out, that Corinne had got a free table from another Mexican family, and I did the same thing and put it there because those chairs would move. She felt something rub her butt when she went to go sit down one time.
That was just you pervert.
No, dude. I would get home from work late and I'd be sitting there like eating a bowl of cereal. Kids are upstairs and the chair, not fast, but a chair would then slowly move out. And I would just go, literally, Scott, I would
try to be polite. Like,
yeah,
there you go.
Did you get that table at an estate?
No, that's what I'm saying. After all that happened with the growl and more stuff, finally, when she got touched, and I'm like, dude, this is too much. Like, yes, Scott's right. I've always had something. Right. Well, no. And then she's like, I guess that's why I was for free. And I was like, what?
Wow.
Yeah. That family went on vacation, won the lottery after that.
I swear to God. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, we needed it for all the kids. It was a big table. It was free. I just went and picked it up. They loaded it up and gave it to me. And I'm like, that's it. It's going outside tomorrow.
It's a seance table. They gave it to free.
Yeah. And I said, can you describe the family? She said, oh, short Mexican lady. I'm like, oh, forget it. That's it, dude. Like, and we put it back out on the thing. I'm sorry. I don't feel bad about that at all. Yeah. I didn't have a growl after that. The weird stuff didn't happen. And
somebody took an axe to it out in the desert somewhere.
Yeah. You did like the drag me to hell thing. You have to gift the haunted item to the person for it to leave you.
You gotta go give her back her button, dude.
Yeah, because dude, mine was like bad Ghostbuster style growl. Yes, it was.
It was like
the demon dog.
Back in the day, we did audio and we pre-recorded, and we used to go to Ernie's living room. We had a whole setup there, so I had the laptop in front of me, and everybody had their individual microphones, and we're sitting there, and I was at the very end, and then there was a patio behind me, but it was nighttime, it was closed, and as we're talking, we're just doing our thing, I heard a growl. And they had a little dog, but that dog was in front of us, and it was little, and that dog didn't make a noise. So that was like
the dog was dying.
Yeah,
that dog was dying.
That's a whole nother story, guys. That's a whole nother story about that whole dog. But
poor thing.
I know.
We're good.
Ernie, should we call somebody on this dog?
He's all pulling a mirror under the dog's mat,
making sure it's
that didn't even work sometimes, Joe.
I heard a growl as clear as day in my right ear, like over my shoulder.
Yes.
And I remember dropping the mic and then looking over, and I just made eye contact with Joey, and he goes, "Did you hear that too?" I'm all, "You heard that?" And we stopped the recording, and then we tried to like go back and see if our mics picked it up or whatever. We could not find. We did the whole zooming in on the whole audible thing, and we couldn't.
The thing is, when we stopped, Mike even said, without even us asking Mike anything, Mike, did you guys hear that?
Did you guys hear that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was, and they were clear across. I was on one side of the room, and Joey and Mike were on the other side of the room. So most of us heard it, and it was a freaky thing. And then Ernie goes, "Well, that table's haunted, and we have this glowing TV, and the smoke makes skull signs, and don't go in the bathroom because." It's like, all right, well,
I just remember scaring the shit out of Mike, waiting outside the bathroom, and he came out and I jumped out at him.
It was bad, man. But then we went full ghost hunters and everything, and I gave away the table and everything, and then the regular kids that haunted it got to play again. And that was it. So
I said it was fine for a while, and then it's all starting back up again. You went to Hawaii and picked up the idol off the beach, didn't you?
Yeah.
The trouble started again.
No,
all right.
That's when they made me go to the Winchester house.
I've been there. I saw nothing.
Yeah.
And I felt nothing. I saw nothing.
No, because you're a freak. Nothing. They get scared of you.
Yeah, they're not scared of you.
That's
dude.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Look where you live. I could never live where you live.
Like,
and Moocher's
they're like, don't mess with that guy. He's one of us.
Moocher's like whistling Snow White every morning. And he's just like,
I'm one bad headline away from being one of those people on the article headline.
Good morning, hills have eyes. And that's Moocher.
Yeah. You're just past the banjos, the guy with the hockey mask, and then you got my house.
Why are we so far out here and it's such a darkness? What do you mean?
Yeah. Talking about, want to watch Exorcist? Let's go. Dana, when are we going to talk about some TVC figurines? Well, our Monday show, our Toy Chest show, we just wrapped up a whole future TVC Black Series Star Wars collectible. So go back and watch that plus, and then catch us on the next Toy Chest, which is every other Monday.
Oh God.
Yeah, those are the days.
Memories.
So Toy Chest every other Monday.
Yep.
Hey, look, my beard isn't so gray.
It's not.
What the heck?
Oh my God, this guy doesn't even have a beard.
What the heck?
I know.
Still doesn't have a beard.
Hey,
hi JoJo.
Joey's kid stepping in for the day.
That's my kid. That's JoJo.
that's his kid.
Yeah, that's what I meant you. I meant Ernie.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, look at that. Look at that handsome boy.
That
right
room was
there.
fine. That was the Star Wars room. This time we had everybody before we switched we were in the living room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How professional you look.
I know.
Right?
That's great.
That's great.
We had
That's
that big ass light. We weren't even recording video.
I don't even know what that was for.
I was doing RLU news.
That's right. That's right.
I was doing new stuff. Yeah, lots of RLU stuff back in the day. So that's why the green screen was up and everything. I was doing news for RLU stuff for the week and everything. Yeah,
Gotcha.
That's right. I remember. Yeah, good times. Now we've been doing this podcast for 8 years, so
yeah,
you know, and I think we have about 8 more years to go. So
that's crazy.
Pretty good time.
As soon as we wrap up the Rey Skywalker saga, so we'll be good.
You'll just want to die? Is that what you're saying?
Why would you?
No, we won't die. We just, do other things.
Oh, okay. The Peacemaker podcast, the all Peacemaker all the time podcast.
Oh, wow.
Oh, all right,
man.
Well, I want to thank everybody in the pit for being patient and making it to all the way to the end of this. Yeah, I mean, we all have our individual things that we do, and the Fallen Fett Chronicles is one of them at 6:00 every Wednesday. So
thank you.
You're welcome. You always forget to plug your own. So I already did it. Now you can continue. Ernie, take us out of here.
Well, one more plug real quick. Head on over to the Shirt Farm .shop and put in the code FET and receive 10% off your order. They have a brand new, for everybody fans out there, because I know there's big fans in the pit, of the brand new pod racing shirt. And there might be a couple of Darth Maul that's left. Yeah, this one's really cool. I've hooked up with them. They have some other Star Wars shirts that they've done. They do other iconic stuff as well, movies, park stuff, Disney. But use code FET, get 10% off. And these are custom made, so he only makes like 100 beforehand. So you're also getting an exclusive shirt and everything. Nice. But that's the Shirt Farm. I have links in my Instagram and everything as well too. And that one is coming. And so yeah, I know there is definitely lots of fans of the pod race. That is the next Star Wars one, and he might have some of the Darth Maul left.
Are you getting that one for Chris by any chance? Are you getting that the
pod race?
Yeah.
If there's an extended version,
how dare you, dude?
Yeah.
The extended version of the pod race.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks, Moocher. I am on 6 p.m. Before this every Wednesday night, and right now it is Spooky Fett over on the Fallen Fett Chronicles. So if you have a story, anybody in the pit, anybody in the replay crew that you want to share, please do so. You could be anonymous. I do read it on the air. I'm not here to make fun of you or debunk you or anything. We'll read your story. We'll go over it and do that. Yeah, that's Moocher's job. So
that way the ghosts don't go after him for snitching.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So yeah, and like we said, we've all experienced stuff here and done it too. So it's pretty awesome. But this is my favorite time of the month. And then yeah, you hop on over here to the Sarlacc Digest like we are every Wednesday. I know Dana was asking about figures. That's on Mondays, with the Sarlacc Toy Chest. Go over there, catch up and check that out. And then if you want to, go try your luck right now at Ross. They have the 4-packs available. Ross and Dee Dee's has all different. So right now, the case that's showing up at Dee Dee's is the Acolyte case, and at Ross are
Get
the
your Jedi robes
4-packs. Oh, this is vintage collection.
Oh,
Black Series at Ross is the Acolyte ones with all the Jedis, and you have that, and then you have Hera hitting single cases from Rebels crew.
Yep,
and
got a bunch of hurt, Ross.
Battle Droid, and then also right now
more of those up. Vintage or Black Series Battle Droid?
Black Series for the Battle Droid.
I'll pick up some more if I can find them.
And then there's a 3-pack that's just got shown yesterday of the Battle Droid and 2 other droids as well.
Nice.
Look, I found the Jedi Survivor 3-pack and Ahsoka Order 66 droid pack today. Awesome.
There you go.
What?
I got the Order 66 droid pack the other day too. So yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. So go check those out. That's at Ross and Dee Dee's, and then hit me up if you're looking for something.
Yep. Ernie found the Skeleton Crew for me, plus the
he did.
ATST, the Mando ATST. So yeah, it's true,
Dana. Yeah, and that's at Dee Dee's too. I just saw it at Dee Dee's yesterday.
Yeah.
So it's hitting both. So that's the Mandalorian Chicken Walker that comes with the figure.
Yeah.
That's hitting. And then, yes, the Skeleton Crew and also Black Series Roleplay.
Yeah.
Sabine, the helmets, and the Sabine Saber are both showing up there.
$30 or something like
Sorry, $29.99.
Yeah.
Each one.
Crazy.
Yeah.
For the bucket and for the Saber.
And it says right there on the price tag, it says $278 regular price.
I know, dude. That's
jeez.
$29.99.
Can I just have this, guys?
Yeah.
Can I just take this?
Me and Mal Logic help out each other. Go hunting constantly. Rhino finds some stuff as well too. Yeah. Hal Runner has given me his list, and I've found Skeleton Crew for these guys. So there's something you're looking for or you know of. Let's help each other because we could trade.
Yep.
I'm down with trading.
Join the Discords. Every Discord everybody has. We always try to like in there, and if anybody's looking for something, we can post it in there too, and then help each other out.
You can also find us on Instagram too. If you check us all out, we've got Darth Moocher or Moocher's 3D Print Lab on there. We've got the Fallen Fets on there. The Art of Scott Solo, Bootleg Joe or Bootleg 760. Is that still your Instagram handle?
That site's taken down.
That one's down. Which one is it now?
Oh, what did you do now?
Nothing. It's just retired.
No. Okay.
Well, we'll figure out something. Yeah. But in our description, there's links to all our affiliates. Wednesdays, you've got Fallen Fed at 6. You got SKN Network, the Toy Box Chronicles at 7. You got Starlight Digest at 8 o'clock. Your Wednesdays are full and jam-packed. Ernie, keep it up with the ghost stories into October. I would love to come on and talk some horror movies and stuff until to kind of like
let's do it at the end.
Yeah.
And right now, if you catch up, he's in the beginning of the comments telling you which ones you should be watching.
I give my recommendations. Just keeping it family friendly right now, and then maybe next week and the next 2, I'll get into some really good ones.
Wolf Cop. He'll just start talking about Wolf Cop.
No,
I won't. I mean, I'll have to have a separate. I'm gonna have a separate Moocher's Monday or something with a real film fest. Like a real these are. Check Wolf Cop out. Why do I like it? Oh no.
And again, remember to make that warning, Scott, of the views expressed by Darth Moocher do not relate to.
We need an intro on that.
All those accounts that Meeks added on, gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
Special shout out to Meeks, who is just throwing out memberships. Thank you, guy, man.
Crazy.
You're awesome, dude.
Crazy.
And again, all you members, find those emojis and hit us up, and we promise that will be some member only content coming very, very soon.
Absolutely.
And we're just going to keep it going. And until next Wednesday, when we do this all over again, we're done. We're done tonight. So great show. Thank you, Pitt. Thank you, everybody. Scott.
Keep it nerdy, everybody.
This is Grand Admiral Thrawn. You are listening to the Sarlacc Digest. What a fascinating play on words.